And we're back. Francisco Frank Garcia here again, Alto the Bass. And we want to start off this portion of the program by getting some of these fellas to talk about some of the things they did. I'd like to start with Thomas Postell and Thomas Burgess. And they're going to tell you a little bit about what it was like for us during the years we were in elementary school and how we all got involved in music and how they actually signed this contract with Thelma Records. So, Thomas Burgess, tell us a little bit about how that came about.
It started out, I got the yellow pages out one day and found 3 record companies, Motown, Thelma's, and D-Town. I went down to see Barry. Barry called me back in about 7 days, and my sister answered the phone. She thought this was a joke and hung up on me. So, when Postell and I we went down to Thelma's, they signed us. So great. We could use some young guys, 16 years old. Oh, yeah, sign the contract. But we had to bring our parents in to make it legit. So our parents had to catch the bus in the wintertime, sign the contract. And all we did was just sing, and I wrote, and we just sang, and I wrote. Do we make any money? Oh, no, just keep on singing. So we sang. We just sang, just had a lot of fun. I said, can we get some money now? Oh, no, just keep on singing. So that's what we did. We just sang, caught the bus all around the club. We were the opening act for all the big acts, you know, in the big club. Postell and I and Dr. Stevens was a guitarist, and we just sang, and I kept asking for the money, and they said, just keep on singing. And that's what happened.
So you guys never actually got paid a dime for any of the work you did at Thelma Records, did you?
Not at all.
No.
How did the contract, I mean, okay, you found Thelma Records in the phone book. Now, out of all the companies that you decided to go with, what made you want to decide to go with Thelma?
Well, when
well, we knew you were a ladies' man back then. Was it her name?
It had to have been until I seen her. But I liked the setup. We walked in, there was another group, the Peps, were there, and they told us this was good, everything would work out, and they taught us a lot.
The Peps, we're talking about Tommy Storm, Ronnie Abner, and Joe Harris, right?
Right.
Yep.
Joe, who went on later to be the lead in The Undisputed Truth, to sing Smiling Faces.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell everything, but I kept asking for the money, and the Pep said, we don't get paid for singing. But while you're singing, look out in the audience and see the woman that's screaming the loudest. You walk up to her after the show and ask for some money. That's how you got paid. This is how we got our bus fare to come on.
Thomas Postell,
Yes,
can you
sir.
validate anything?
I'm sorry, but I'm sworn to secrecy. We as the Minstrels, we started out in high school, okay, and we did the talent shows. Like I said, Brother Kurt here, he was a guitarist, and when when Tom told us that we had an opportunity to sign with a record company, back in the '60s, that was for us. That was the next big move. Okay, so that's how we convinced our parents that this is what we really wanted to do, and this is what they sacrificed their time and came down, like he said, on the bus to sign contracts because we were still basically underage. We were not even 18 years old then. Yeah.
And then you guys, after you got out of the contract, let's talk about a little bit about Tyrone Barkley, who was the third member of the Minstrels. He went on from the Minstrels to be part of the Magic Tones.
Right.
And then from the Magic Tones to the Undisputed Truth.
That's correct.
Okay. But he started out with us in elementary school.
Okay.
Right? And Thomas Burgess, you were saying that he had a web page, and the web page disappeared after you found it. So we still don't have any idea where he is.
No. And one day I went to Thelma's after we had been there for years, not making any money, and I got tired of going out in the audience asking women for money. So I said, I want to release on that contract. And he was like, you must be crazy. I said, yep, I'm crazy today. Give me our release. So they released me and Postell from the contract, but not Tyrone.
They kept
They kept Tyrone.
So when you guys signed with D-Town Records next, Tyrone was still part of that, wasn't he?
Nope. They kept Tyrone.
Thelma's kept Tyrone.
See, they didn't want us in the beginning. The whole thing was to keep us all there together, so we got disgusted and left. They wanted Tyrone. But Tyrone could sing, but Tyrone wouldn't dance. He would just sing and say, well, one day, remember we were doing a show, and a woman was pulling me off the stage. I was about to get thrown off of a 15-foot-high stage, and Tyrone was just singing, just standing there.
That's right. Didn't make no attempt to rescue him either.
I still had to get up off the piano, run to the stage, and grab me and pull me back on.
Wow.
Because I was a showman. I didn't have the best voice, but I put on the show.
Oh, we remember, don't we?
Yeah.
I put on the show. I danced, did the splits and the James Brown and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I make sure I got some screams. So I wanted my bus fare to get on.
All right, now you mentioned Kurt was part of the group.
Yes.
Kurt, tell us about what you remember about those days.
Oh, boy, there was some... There was some harrowing days. Yeah, I remember, in fact, I remember the scene that Tom was talking about.
Pull off the stage?
Yeah.
I never, in those days, I guess I weighed about 60 pounds or so. And I never carried the guitar.
Yeah,
And that's one thing that Tyrone would do. Tyrone would carry the guitar. He liked carrying that guitar.
All about the image.
Right. All about imaging, yeah.
Yes.
Now, those songs that you wrote, Thomas Burgess, there were a couple of songs. One was Let's Party that Don Davis actually recorded on a guy named Randy Diamond. And later on, he re-released it on J.J. Barnes.
Okay. I never knew that until you told me this year.
Right, when I was working as Don's historian at United Sound, in 92 and 93, that's when I found all of that stuff. And Things Will Be Better Tomorrow, you actually wrote that song that was later recorded by the Just Brothers, Frank Bryan and his brother, but you never got paid a dime for that. Did you know that had been released at that time?
Never knew until this year, until you told me.
Okay. What about you, Kurt? Did you write anything?
Yeah, I can't think of anything that was recorded. I was writing all the time, as I have recently. So no.